What's up, y'all? So, y'all know I told y'all that ever since that blackout with TikTok, like it ain't really been hitting me the same, and I ain't really been feeling the same about it. I really haven't. I've been on there, but I ain't been on there as much as I normally go on there. But I still go on there, but it doesn't feel the same or whatever. It doesn't have that like electrifying feel to it no more. Like I told y'all, when that blackout came, I really think they was behind the curtains doing some things. And I came up on something, and I seen where it's for sale, like a certain percentage of it, like 51% of it is for sale. And I saw like this black guy made a TikTok video that he was trying to reach out to that owner of it because he wanted to buy it, but he didn't know how to reach out to him and contact him or whatever. So I don't know. I ain't been feeling the same about it, but I saw something under. You know how you go under that Google thing and it tells you the updates. But I saw something that's called "What is the future of TikTok in the United States?" Okay, so after President Trump extended company's deadline to find U.S. buyer, but what will happen if TikTok is sold? TikTok has less than 3 months to find a new owner or face removal in the United States. Photo by Matthew Muduno, Northern University. The sale of TikTok will likely go through because the app is so valuable and because it would be in interest of key parties in both U.S. and China. A Northeastern University international business expert says. Ravi Ramiti, director of Northeastern's Center for Emerging Market and University, distinguished professor in international business and strategy, said he believes the sale of the Chinese-owned app will go through before the end of the 75th day extension enacted by President Donald Trump in a recently signed executive order. If I had to, I would bet on that, he says. China has given some indications that it will not stand in the way of the deal. This part of some bigger conversation going on between the U.S. and China about the bilateral relationship. But I think Dance Bite.
It's 15 hours.
Thank you. But I think Dance Bite, TikTok's parent company, has exhausted its legal options. It was a game of chicken up to this point. TikTok ban in U.S. could have ripple effect around the world, Northeastern expert warns. A sale will offer benefits for both countries. Otherwise, ByteDance would lose out on the money it would get for TikTok, and the U.S. government would be facing angry users, some of whom rely on the app to make money. But the app likely will not be the same after the sale. Some of who rely on the app to make money. The secret sauce of TikTok is the algorithm, Ramarti Muti says, which would not be included in a transaction. The Chinese government has declared that as Chinese intellectual property, he says, it cannot be licensed to anybody else without their approval, and the Chinese government has already said that they will not allow it to be licensed. Other social media companies like Facebook have tried to replicate TikTok's algorithm, which hones in on users' interests and behaviors, Ramadi said, but none have done successfully. The issue with this is that to deliver personalized content, the app collects large amounts of data from users. Since ByteDance is based in China, Ramadi says, this data could be accessed by the Chinese government under Chinese law. U.S. officials worry this could be used to threaten national security. If you end China's ownership, that reduces the ability of the Chinese government to demand information about U.S. users, Ramadi says. But Ramadi adds that it's unclear how well TikTok will be able to operate in the United States without the algorithm. There are questions about whether users will still be able to get content from TikTok creators outside the United States under those circumstances, and whether the app would still be as valuable in that case. The interesting question is, how does ByteDance sell TikTok, and why does somebody buy TikTok if they don't get the algorithm? Remedy says what they would be getting is the customer base and maybe the name TikTok. It's not clear what the deal is going to be. There are investors who think this is a nice business because you're getting 170 million users of the popular app. And even without the algorithm, they might think that it's worth 50 billion or something like that. I don't see how the algorithm can be part of the deal, he adds, without it. The app probably can't be the same, because if there was another way to do the same thing, someone would have done it. There is something there that is truly unique. TikTok would not be able to operate in the United States without this sale. The app already shut down the night before original January 19th ban and left the App Store for both Google and Apple. The app went back online the following day with a message saying, as a result of the President Trump's effort, TikTok is back in the U.S. Trump was originally opposed to TikTok and issued an executive order during his first term that would bar the app for download, but his position has shifted. He has said he is open to Tesla CEO Elon Musk or Oracle CEO Larry Ellison purchasing the app, and suggests the government own part of the company. Jimmy Donaldson, known as YouTube creator and TikTok star Mr. Beast, also said he is exploring a purchase. Ramini says the situation with TikTok is the first of its kind so far in the United States, but the part of the bigger picture when it comes to relations between U.S. states and China. China has imposed similar harsh restrictions on the U.S. companies, but the federal law could be applied to other countries, which the United States has an adversarial relationship, Ramadi adds. It precludes another Chinese company from coming and trying to do the same thing, because they would be governed by the same restrictions, he says. But beyond that, I don't think this sends any message to investors from any other country, except to reinforce the impression that U.S. policy making is now highly unpredictable. President Trump was opposed to TikTok, and then he reversed course. And now he's actually trying to help TikTok remain in the U.S. It gives the impression that the U.S. position on an issue can turn in a dime. I think it's going to be what it's starting to look like now, y'all. It's going to be rather boring. And like I said, they not selling the algorithm. And what does that mean? And do people still, is there still going to be a shop? And do people still get to, get those same, deals, that we were getting before? Because by them being over there in China, like I said, it doesn't take them but a penny or a couple of dollars to make a lot of these things, because it's made over there and they get it so cheap, so they can afford to sell it to us so cheap and still make a really good profit. But what if we're not able to get a hold to those type of things and stuff like that? Like when we get discounts and we get sales, I don't know. Ever since they pulled the plug on that January 19th, I ain't really been feeling good about it. I ain't been feeling the same way about it. And I just think that it's going to lose a lot of its finesse. It's already lost a lot of finesse. It's going to lose a lot of finesse. I think it's just going to be like a plain old boring Instagram or a plain boring Facebook, MySpace. I don't know. I'm not happy with it. What y'all think? Let me know.